had 5 other guys with me the first night that are all snoring, of course. One guy was talking in his sleep, another guy like audibly drooling. So it made it a little challenging to get a peaceful night's sleep, not to mention being right next to a window, which was freezing cold. I was the only person, not only in the dorm last night, but the entire hostel. So everything's been dead quiet around here, which was kind of nice. But I've got no plan at all for today. So other than to end up staying somewhere relatively close or easy to get to the airport from. So I gave the owner plenty of time to sleep in and everything, and I slept in, and still there's nobody around here. I'm the only person, so I guess maybe I'll have to check myself out. So I'm back on the road again. Just spent probably about an hour and a half just chatting with the owner of the backpackers place, named Joseph. Real interesting guy. Talked a lot of politics and about South Africa and all sorts of other stuff. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It's really those conversations that you really can't plan that end up leaving the lasting impressions on your travels. So I've got the rest of the day basically to drive. I've got a place picked out that I'm probably going to stay at tonight. It's closer to the center of Johannesburg, but it's highly recommended. So I'm gonna check that out. But most of the day will be spent driving back. I was going to take a longer, more scenic route, but I don't think I have time for that. So I'm absolutely having a blast on these roads up here in the mountains. So much fun that I got this upgrade in the car, although I've got to be careful here. So I'm assuming that there's been some sort of organized bike tour going on today, because there's been lots of motorcycles. So I've had to pay a little extra careful attention on the roads. They're not only windy and steep ups and downs, but you got those motorcycles and other people that drive kind of crazy. So you really got to be careful. And about halfway back to Johannesburg now, and just on the main highway. I was really surprised with how many nuclear power plants there are in South Africa, but just along this little stretch, there's like 4 or 5 that you can see from the highway, just like this one here. So I made it to Johannesburg in one piece. The traffic was a little bit hairy coming in through Pretoria and into the city, but I had the car that had lots of power, so I could maneuver and all that. I'm staying here at Curiosity Backpackers. Seems like a cool place. It's right in the heart of Johannesburg, so probably one of the rougher areas that I've been to since I've been in South Africa, but it's got a really cool atmosphere, lots of kind of street art and stuff, and actually behind me and inside, I'll show that in a minute. There's a guy doing a mural with spray paint like right now on the walls, so it's kind of cool. I'm gonna see if I can't walk over to Ellis Park in the Rugby Hall of Fame, which is only about 15-20 minute walk away, so that I can be back before it gets dark. The artist is currently taking a break out on the patio because I think it's a little bit too fumey inside to be spray painting. So Durban, my first impression was somewhat of a cross between India and Australia. So far Joburg's reminding me more of Phnom Penh and Cambodia. Things are in a bit more of a state of disrepair, but everything's got character, some neat kind of arts and culture here as well. So I made it to the Emirates Stadium, or Ellis Park Stadium, where they have the rugby museum, and it's also where there's been different significant events with Nelson Mandela. It's not open on weekends, so unfortunately I won't be able to go for a tour inside. So I'll just walk back, kind of tour around the neighborhood where the hostel is, and have a chill rest of my evening.